Recording right now. You're live.
You're alive.
Are you
Monday morning, my game's all fucked up because Eli's in here cooking. So,
however, the food's gonna be good.
we got 5 more pounds of shit in a smaller bag.
I think he's at least 6 pounds. He's kind of a big
How
guy.
many pounds are you? You still smell like booze. It's coming out of your pores.
It happens.
You didn't even drink, did you?
When? Today?
No.
This morning?
I don't know.
I
Like,
hadn't started yet. It's
Yeah.
Look, I'm a hard liquor before 10, beer after 10 person.
Your
but-
special coffee?
Yeah, a little bit. Always special coffee.
Eli, I just thought his coffee was really good. I didn't realize he was fucking making me an alcoholic. Like, I didn't really... actually, the truth is, I really didn't drink till Eli started coming around, motherfucker.
you gotta widen your, you know.
Now I
His
have...
horizons.
Yeah.
Now I have... He's like, I really like all these booze when I cook, but I've got no place to fucking cook. Like,
Yeah.
I need a liquor room.
We can totally have one of those in this
It's
show.
not unreasonable to think.
Yeah, we could have a wine cellar there. / hard liquor room.
I don't know how much more we can dig under that
Do
slab.
you have to put
I've already
wine
got that
spritzers
tunnel
in a
under
wine
there.
cellar? Or?
Huh?
Do you have to put wine spritzers in a wine cellar? Is that
So
like
we had
keep
the
wine in?
SOE party bonfire, whatever we're gonna call it.
Hootenanny.
We learned some things. We're gonna do some
We
things.
learned. It was an educational event.
We learned some things. We learned who can't hold their alcohol.
Yeah.
I was
Especially
drinking-
SOE employees.
there was a lot of moonshine around, and they were putting it in water bottles, which I guess I just never been around a bunch of moonshine. So I'm drinking, and people kept asking, "Can I get a hit of that?" So I just hand it to them, and I'd walk away. They'd drink, and they'd spit it out on the floor like
That's actual water. What the hell?
that's water. Yeah, I'm drinking water.
And then half these people, they thought it was GHB or something, man.
Yeah, there were some people there we didn't know. So I get a phone call from a buddy of mine. He's a state trooper last night, and he says, "Hey, have the sheriff's gotten a hold of you?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, what is there somebody missing? Is there somebody in the woods? Is something happened we're not sure of?" So I said, "No, I guess the sheriffs haven't gotten a hold of me." So he says, "Okay, they need you to go to the shop. Somebody just blew through your gate, and it's a pretty secure gate. Like we could probably get through it, but it would fuck my trucks all up getting through it."
Yeah.
So I turn around, I go flying back up there, and I pull up, and there's a cruiser here, and there is a little car on the other side of the gate, which is closed and secured and locked. And I'm like, how the fuck did he get in there? He can't come through the woods. There's no way that car got through there.
Right.
And all of our posts and shit are to the side. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get out and I go, who the fuck are these people? It's some old man. It looks like Les from that pawn show from Philadelphia. That's who it looked like. It looked like Les and an Asian woman. And I walk up and I'm looking. I'm like, dude, who the fuck are these guys? I don't know who these people are. I'm thinking like one of our boys got caught in
Inside
there.
there,
He was in there
his
looking
car
for
or
something they forgot, or somebody was
Yeah.
there. It's going to be some inane trespasser. It's better than that. It's way fucking better.
Yeah.
So I go, how did he get inside? He goes, well, he drove under the fence. I'm like, how the fuck did he drive under the fence, under the bar?
At a high rate of speed.
I'm like, hey, this hasn't... We can just lift this off of here. So I got to lift it off. Well, we couldn't lift it off because somebody had figure-8'd it and locked it, which I usually don't do.
Which is really funny that he chose the then.
This night, the one night the
Any other
motherfucker
time-
was actually secure.
Any other time,
I don't
So-
know who was the last one to leave.
So the big post coming in the ground has these ears coming on. Well, Eli had figure-8'd that motherfucker. It wouldn't budge an inch. So
one time it was actually
So
secure.
now I'm up at the gate. I'm like, here, we'll lift this off. I couldn't lift it off. It's locked. So I get it unlocked. And I realize I'm standing in glass. There's fucking glass everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I look. I go, where's all this glass from? He goes, it's this out of his car. And it's kind of dark, so I couldn't really see.
Was the guy still in his car?
The guy was in the car with the woman. They're sitting in the car.
Same when I
It was very well ventilated. So the post usually sticks about 24 inches past this bar. Well, he had hit this fucking post, bent it out, and now the end of this bar is on the post. So I go, I'm gonna pull this back, and you push the bar. So we're trying to get this motherfucker, and it's bent. That bar's bowed back 24 inches. It looks like a big giant bow and
the
arrow.
bar is this big around. Like, it's a big bar.
It's a fucking big piece of metal.
Yeah.
So it's not budging. So I'm like, okay, watch out, I'll kick it. So I kick it, and it fucking unloads the spring tension and flies back and almost smacks his car. I'm like, I'm really glad I didn't smack this motherfucker's car. And he kind of jumped out of the way. It didn't break his leg. So when we get up there, all the glass He had fucking went and hit this. He turned a mile up the road, right out in front of our shop here, is the road he thought he was turning on, which I really don't understand.
Because it's a paved road?
Because
Yeah,
it's a big 2-lane paved road as opposed to a fucking 10-foot gravel driveway. So I said, he said he thought it was birdsong. I said, is that dude drunk? He's like, no, he's completely sober. That's the fucking crazy part about it.
Sober's a preacher.
Sober as a preacher. He's a preacher from Jackson, an hour up the road this way, preaching in New Johnsonville, which I'm surprised they even have a church. I mean, they're small. Everywhere has a church here. So he hit this bar, it fucking slid up his hood, busted his windshield out, caved his roof line down 4 inches, busted out the rest of the windows and the rear windshield, and this dude goes, man, I'm really sorry about your gate. I'm like, that's the least of them. You and I, we're good, man. We're good. Yeah. And now he had to drive home an hour. I don't know if he drove home or what.
I bet it was cold.
But dude, wait till you guys see that. I wanted to
blowing in on you.
Dude, I wanted to take a photo. I just didn't want to make this dude's night any worse than it was.
Yeah.
Like, it was some crazy. But man, I don't know how he bent that. Like, we're never getting that fucking pole back.
Can you
straight.
imagine the surprise?
No.
Because if to get under, he's probably doing what, 30, 40?
He had to be fucking. And I don't know how he made that turn.
Up a hill.
He Batman turned
in a car, slick gravel.
He must have just been like, oh, I'm gonna miss a turn, and I was like,
well, I mean, because he had to cut across the track. I mean, that was a fucking. It wasn't just like he was hanging a ride or anything. He was coming from New Johnsonville too.
So that was part. That was the finish. That was the finish. That was the finish to the weekend. So
fucking Duke's
Lance takes off out of here with Hicks to go do something.
Oh, on Friday.
And later in the day, I get a text, hey, I'm going to be longer getting back. Hicks took me to move a refrigerator. And I'm like, something's up. They're doing some birthday shit. Hicks just got a refrigerator. I know that motherfucker's not getting a refrigerator. So I'm calling around, concerned and trying to find out what's going on. I knew something was up. About 10 o'clock.
yeah, not
concerned. I didn't know what the surprise
was.
About 10 o'clock, fucking Sebastian, my 10-year-old, comes running into my room in a panic. And he's like, Lance is at the door, and there's a girl passed out in his car, and he doesn't know if she's alive. I'm like, bullshit, Lance don't have no bitch in his car. Like, that was my biggest. I'm like, Lance didn't pick up some stranger. So I look at my phone, and there's a message from Lance. I have this girl I picked up, and she's unresponsive she's in my car. I'm coming to your house. I go, bullshit. So I go walking out there, and Eli's at the door, and Eli has this look like he truly doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And I'm like, if there's a dead bitch in his car, why isn't Eli out working on the dead bitch? I know we need to take her temperature or something. So I come out, and I'm like, okay, something's up. Because I know Lance wouldn't bring a dead bitch to my house. He'd have had me bring shovels to where he was at.
Or spell a text message where the words are correct either.
Yeah. I'm like, who texted this out? Lance is pretty coherent for having dead bitches with him. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be one of them shows where they kidnap me and I'm going to be on a survival show in the desert. Or they're going to take me something's up. So I put on some shoes real fast. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. This might be a while. So I get some socks and put them on my pocket just in case. Wait, it's kind of cold. So I put on an extra shirt and a long sleeve shirt. So I was dressed properly. So I come out and I'm like, what are you going to do, Eli? You're the one that works on dead bitches. So Eli goes out the door. I'm out the door. Lance is at the car. I'm looking. I'm like, Lance, there is no dead bitch in your front seat. He's like, shit! She's out of the car. Well, Lance's energy. Now I'm looking for. I'm like, where's this dead girl at? She's escaped. And then I turn around and Scully says, I didn't know he had gone to pick up Jeff. Jeff used to run SOE in San Diego for us. Like, I grew up with Jeff. All the shit I was able to do at sniper school, all that stuff, was because of those guys. And all of a sudden, I'm looking for this person who's escaped the car. I'm not paying attention to where Lance is. Now Lance is standing beside me, and he's like, where is that bitch? And I look over, and all I see is a silhouette. I'm like, that ain't Lance's fur. That was Scully. So that was my first birthday present, and the big one out of him. He had flown out here. So he brought me some knives, and Eli and I were talking. I go, that's one of the best things they've probably done in a long time, painting them things pink. Fucking that opens a whole new market.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not doing these. There's 2 in existence. Amanda's got one. This is the other one. That one's yours.
Sweet. This is my son's actually.
And
he loves pink, and I love my boy.
we've got
There you go.
we've got some stuff that does not exist.
These are a figment of your imagination.
These don't exist. We're about to do them. Will that camera pick these up?
Yeah, shit, Lance. Just
So these are cut in. They're
so you can see it. It'll focus on it.
they're
Yeah.
they all
Yeah,
say
it's picking it
they
up.
say SOE on them. We are about to do 100 numbered. I'm not sure what blade profiles we're going to do. We'll probably do 2 different blade profiles. These all look to be the same. I haven't even opened all these yet. We will not be doing any of that right there. I hate that stonewash shit. I like this kitchen pan Teflon finish. I don't know what this is on here, but we're gonna do some of that shit. We're gonna do 100 of them numbered, and then I got a couple of others. I got these trainer knives right here. somehow I have these 2, but they're not sharpened. These are my trainers.
Yeah. So at the party, John comes up with one of those. He's like, dude, Colin, look at this new knife. Look how sharp it is. I knew it was a Strider by the way it looked, and like I was in a panic for a second.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm cut.
He
I'm cut.
grabbed himself.
I was like, Mom.
How bad is it?
Yeah, I was like, we're hadn't to take a trip, but no, it wasn't been sharp.
They're vampires. They're about to.
Yeah.
So that was part of the weekend. We got to cut this short. We got a bunch of people we got to feed, so we'll shoot a few more videos today.
Yep.
And,
We'll upload some clips from the party and everything.
What color do you like? Which color do you like? Which one of these you like?
Give Big Brown a Big Brown.
I'll take the big brown.
Which one do you
Oh,
want?
thanks, man.
Like that guy.
What is this? I haven't seen that before.
I don't know what it is.
It feels like that.
I really
Yeah.
figured.
Like
it-
non- like a non-stick blade.
That's a nice coating
That
right
is a
there.
cool coating.
That's nice.
I really
What is
figured
it?
Some
figured
kind of
this.
it's some kind of
Teflon
like
or something.
maybe
Looks like
black
non-
oxide finish.
Oh, is it
or
like
some
what's on
kind
the
of-
Glock or something?
It looks like non-stick.
That's a
from
tinifer.
cooking.
and
Yeah, that's
Teflon
what I said,
finish on there.
tinifer.
It's almost like that.
We send them to Gaston. We gotta hook up with them.
Oh.
But I mean,
I figure
that's-
Souders would like that.
That's
fucking
yeah. He
grease
likes
Yeah.
color.
green.
But what? It's off color. So. All right, turn that shit off. Get that uploading.